Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Tuesday night edition of the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty, where we are going to review the big win against the Carolina Panthers. But also, too, we're going to expand it a little bit more because it is the Christmas season. And I know I got some things going on, and I know you guys got some stuff going on with friends and family for this Friday. So I'm going to do a preview of the Raiders game tonight also. So I have everything booked up. I got everything written down, and I will be ready to go momentarily as soon as I get on my lovely Facebook page so I can see everybody popping on. I know the Pens are playing and are losing 1-0 to the Rangers, but I will try to keep you into the scores when they pop something up. So let's get ready. As soon as I punch it up here. So, hey, Travis, what's going on? Benjamin, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty Show. Let's get it started. We had a huge win in Carolina. I tell you what, it was a nice win on a Sunday afternoon because I had a little bit of Christmas partying Saturday night, and they say Saturday night's all right for partying. No, not much, Benjamin. How you doing? Now, we had that the Steelers was 24, the Panthers were 16. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers are 6-8 in the AFC North, tied for last place. It's okay, people. We're either going to be 8 or 9 or 9 or 8. It's okay. I'm okay with what's happening. I'm ready for the season to come to a nice close, and hopefully we can get a little bit more offensive stats on our table. Now, Mitch Trubisky was named the starter this past week. He engineered 3 long touchdown drives, and he had one series over 21 plays where they scored. Now, I tell you right now, I don't want to see Matt Canada back. I have no desire to ever see Matt Canada after January 7th. And I hope, as speculated in the Pittsburgh media and the Pittsburgh, they're looking maybe to keep him signed. God, I hope not. Benjamin says the key to victory is to protect Kenny Pickett. Hey, Trisha, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty Show. Yes, because Kenny Pickett does not need a third concussion, Benjamin. And I know you're going to give a score, and I will want to take the score of the Raiders game because I'm doing both shows, one show, because we got a lot of stuff going on because it is the holiday week. We're going to try to get it unscripted out this week, and we also are going to do our year-end unscripted next week. So if you guys love pulp culture, hey, Steele, thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week where I'm going to give you my best shows, best movies, best sports moment, and all kind of stuff. Hey, Trisha, thanks for tuning in. So anyway, let's get to the stats here. Mitch Trubisky was 17 for 22. He had 179 yards passing. He had a 1-yard touchdown run, and the big key is he had no interceptions. No interceptions. I'll take that. It was I believe it was just conservative ball play, and they were running the ball down the Carolina Panthers' throat, and I'm okay with that. Running back Najee Harris had 24 carries, 86 yards. He had a nice 77. I wish it was a 70-yard run. 7-yard touchdown run. Najee was running real good, and I really wanted to see him 100 yards. He has not broke 100 yards this season, which is very, very sad. Benjamin says 24-17 win against the Raiders. I hope so, because the Raiders, with that last play, that diabolical play that they beat the New England Patriots so the other day. But and running back, Jaylen Warren had 11 carries, 38 yards. He had a 2-yard touchdown run, his first touchdown run as a Pittsburgh Steeler down in the Carolinas. Still says they will not be good teams with that play calling. Oh, I agree. Matt Canada, I hope is done still January 7th, 6th or 7th, whatever day that Cleveland game's on, and it's not scheduled yet. Hey, Jeff Stop, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty, brother. How are you doing? And Merry Christmas to you. Shane Stubmiller, Mitch with 0 turnovers, and a defense actually stopped the run. What Santa came early. Well, hopefully Santa doesn't ever come early, because then there's a lot of situations if people like Santa's coming down your chimney on a Tuesday before a Saturday, Shane. You know what I mean? But also, too, receiver Dante Johnson had 10 reception. I believe with 98 yards was his most productive of the season, and still no touchdowns, which is unheard of. This is unheard of our number one receiver not having a touchdown. Receiver George Pickens had 2 receptions. He had a nice catch right over the helmet of that Carolina Panthers secondary defender. He had 53 yards. I believe Georgie's going to be the Steeler Rookie of the Year. I do believe that. I'm going to give it to George Pickens now, because Mitch had that concussion and he's trying to get, like, if Mitch had maybe 6 touchdowns or maybe 8 touchdowns and 8 interceptions to equal it out, maybe, but I'm going to go with George Pickens as my rookie for the Steelers. Definitely, Kenny did not make my NFL Rookie of the Year, and Mitch Trubisky did not make my comeback Player of the Year, which is everything I've had when I mentioned when this first season started. Nothing is coming. Nothing is coming. Nothing I've said is actually transpiring this year. It is potluck, as we think. But the biggest concern to me was in this Carolina victory was Pat Freiermuth with no catches. Not one. I don't even know if the ball was even thrown to him. I don't think it was. Because we ran the ball. Boswell made a 50-yard field goal, so the Boz is back. I'm okay with that. Steelers ran for 156 yards and scored all their touchdowns by running on 45 carries. Steele says the Raiders stink, but the Steelers isn't any better. 23-21 Pittsburgh. Woo! Yeah, he did play, Shane. Yeah, that's a close one too, Steele. Yeah, their defense, the Raiders' defense is not that good. So, I mean, the Steelers' running game was great against Carolina, and the Steelers' defense held the Panthers to a total of 209 total yards. And get this, which is, hey, Chris, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty, which this is total ridiculous, because last week we got our asses beat up on the run defense. Carolina Panthers had 21 total yards rushing. And then last week we had over 200 yards against us with a second and third string quarterback from the Ravens, which that game is going to come back to bite us in the ass. I believe it is. The Steelers defense had 4 sacks, one by Highsmith. Cam Hayward had a sack and a half, and TJ Watt had a sack and a half. So we had 4 sacks, and that's the most sacks we've had since the Cincinnati game. Who is covering Davante Adams? Probably Cam Sutton, I would imagine. And I think Davante's going to fucking he's going to get some points, Steele. He's going to fucking catch balls like no other. Carr's just going to throw him up. You know, I hate to say it. Well, their rushing attack's real good too, and I'll get to that in a second here, because I'm going to hurry up and get done with this Carolina review here. But TJ Watt became the 3rd fastest player to reach 75 sacks by his 84th game. Now, I know you guys know who the first one is. The second one, I'll give you a little hint. And these stats started in 1982. So could you imagine if TJ Watt did not get hurt, he would have got his 75th sack before he probably would have got it in the mid-70s. Now, the first one, it was the Minister defense, Reggie White. Second was his brother, J.J. Watt. Yes, you're right, Steele. Yep, you said it before. I seen it on there. J.J. Watt was second. So 2 brothers. You know, he's always going to beat his brother because he's got his 75 sacks, I believe, maybe in 70 or 68 games. So, yeah. Hey, stop. What's going on? And then he had 1 forced fumble by Highsmith. Now, the biggest concern that I seen with the Steelers over the Carolina Panthers in this game, I love the running. I love the run defense. That was great, but where was the run defense all season, especially last week against the Baltimore Ravens? But the thing is concerning me was Dante Johnson had that one penalty because he was getting cocky. He needs to sit down and shut the fuck up. And Marcus Allen going to the huddle of the other team cost him. Carolina got a field goal out of that. Tomlin should have been taking care of some discipline, and he should have set him down. Realistically, Marcus Allen could be cut for all I care, because what kind of aspirations do you got to go to the other team's huddle and start talking schmack? Marcus Allen, you're not that good. I know you're playing in the NFL, way better than I ever could be. I understand that. Hey, Louie, thanks for tuning in. But honestly, Mike Tomlin has no discipline, and I know I'm probably going to get some detractors from stating this, but he hasn't had discipline on his team in a long, long time. Mr. Tomlin, you are stale, like stale bread. You're getting complacent, and the formula that he's getting complacent, he is like Andy Reid. Someone said Andy Reid in Philadelphia is like Mike Tomlin right now. Shane says Tomlin lets the locker room police itself. I'm not a big fan of that approach. Hey, Todd, thanks for tuning in. I'm not either. You got to be a coach. You don't have to get your players up, but you got to tell your players to get some discipline. And if they fuck up like that, they should. Steele says, time for Tomlin to go. I agree with you, Steele, but it's not going to happen. I'll take Austin and Canada this year. We'll see if that goes. Now, the Panthers offensively, Sam Donald threw, had 14 out of 23, 225 yards, had a 5-yard touchdown pass. He was passing a lot on the Steelers in the secondary, which, you know, if they would have had a little bit more better players. Receiver Moore had 5 receptions, 73 yards, and he had that 5-yard touchdown pass, and he also had 3 field goals. So, thank God the Steelers with Mitch Trubisky didn't throw any interceptions. So, it could have been very, very chaotic down in the Carolinas, because realistically the Carolina Panthers had something to play for, but they didn't show up with their running offense. Steelers' run defense actually stopped them, which is surprising. Then the Pittsburgh Steelers, by the grace of God, are 4-0 in that division. Wow, that's amazing. Everywhere else we suck, but in that division we're the kings. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But my Triple B player of the game, I got a couple of them, and see who you guys suggest in this Carolina victory. 1 is Najee Harris. 2 is Mitch Trubisky for not throwing any interceptions and having that long 21 play drive, which was the longest, I believe, of the season. But that doesn't hopefully that doesn't save Matt Canada's job. 3 is Dante Johnson. He had 98 yards, but he still was a hussy-ass diva and had that penalty. 4 is TJ Watt with a sack and a half. TJ is about 80% maybe, I think. Number 5 is Cam Hayward. He had a sack. And I think number 6, Larry Obajobi with the run defense, stuffed up some holes. 7 is Pickens. 9 is Highsmith. Had a forced fumble, had a sack. I'm going to go with let me go with somebody off the offensive line with that 100 and some yards rushing. I'm going to go with Daniels, the guard. And Moore didn't have a bad game. He didn't go downfield illegally. So one of them two. But Benjamin says Pickens. I'm going to go, as crazy as it sounds, because last week he had a shitty week. This week, he didn't cause any turnovers. He had some nice drives. He had some nice throws. Highsmith higher up on the list. I just did him by 1, 2, 3. I go offense and then defense. So Shane, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with my Triple B player of the game because he didn't throw any interceptions, and with that long 21, play drive, I'm going to go with Mitch Trubisky because now Mitch is going to be sitting the bench because Kenny Pickett is back. Kenny Pickett is cleared as of today. He's cleared from his concussion protocol. He's ready to rock and roll, which could be the biggest game of the year because this game is the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. And I don't think anybody was around. I might have been 1 year old. Todd said, clean game, kind of, but still too close for comfort. Yes, that Carolina game. Every game this year has been close for comfort, Todd. This season has been a roller coaster ride for Steeler fans. And that's probably why I am heavy as I am. So agree. Mitch did a great job. Well, thanks you, Shane. That's usually it's Boswell. Yeah, Steele says free lunch for Franco. Yeah, and Franco probably gets a beer bought for him on a Sunday because he'll probably be there. I believe the 1972 team will be at Pittsburgh. The coldest game of the year, Benjamin says. You're absolutely right. I believe it's going to be 13 degrees with a minus wind chill factor. And it is Christmas Eve. Hey, Sean, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Black Gold Dynasty. It'll be Christmas Eve, and that's why I'm doing this now, because I know everybody's going to be doing some holiday cheer, and they're not going to spend Friday night listening to my raves and rants about the Steelers' upcoming Raider game. And that's why I'm doing it Tuesday right now. Coldest since 1989. That was a good year. That was the year I graduated. And that was the year that they still went to the playoffs, though, on the back of Merrill Hodge when they beat the Houston Oilers down in Houston 20-17 on the leg of Gary Anderson. And then that fucker, Tim Worley, fumbled the ball in Denver because Merrill Hodge was running all over him. That potato head was running everywhere against Denver. We are a game away from the championship. So let me get to my notes. Let's just say December 24th, 8:15 in Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium on NFL Network. NFL Network. Like last night, the Monday night game was on Hulu. I didn't know that until I actually watched it. I have a good memory, even though I had a couple concussions, Shane. Yeah, it was on Hulu last night. I watched it for about a quarter and a half. But this game Sunday will be on the NFL Network. I got to get home quick because I got family stuff. I got to watch the game at my house because I feel that fucking Tim Worley. That's right. That's right, Lou. That fucking Tim Worley. And my cable, Lou, is doing good. That box is pretty good, brother. So whenever you get ready to go, I'm telling you, I've been watching that shit like a mother, man. I got some good stuff. Hey, Matt, thanks for tuning in. Going to be brutally cold, Sean says. Yeah, you'll probably be going by my house and plowing the road out. Don't hit my mailbox, Sean. But anyway, the Steelers are favored 2.5 points. The Raiders are ranked 11th on offense and a putrid 24 on defense. Yeah, I know you've been wondering. Yeah, I like it. I really like it, Lou. I've been trying to tell everybody to, get it. But the Raiders offense quarterback Derek Carr has 289 attempts, and he completed 472 for a total of 3,348 yards, 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. We are going to have to worry about their passing attack. Get what? Oh, it's I got good cable. And running back Josh Jacobs, 291 carries, 1,495 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Can the Steelers' run defense stop him? I don't know. I don't know because I believe the offense of Josh Daniels, even though I hate him because he was a New England Patriots guy, I think Josh Daniels is a jackass, but they do score a lot. Receiver Davante Adams, 86 receptions, 1,275 yards, 12 touchdowns, and like Steele says, who is going to cover him? Hi, JC Day. How you doing today? I don't know who. I'm going to say Cam Sutton's going to cover him still. It could be, and honestly, and their other receiver is Mark Hollins, 51 receptions, 628 yards, 4 touchdowns. So the Raiders defense is defensive end Max Crosby, 11.5 sacks. That's their premier defensive lineman. Safety Deron Harmon has 2 interceptions, and linebacker Denzel Perryman has 79 tackles, leading the team. I could give a fuck less about the Raiders. I've hated the Raiders all my life. If you're a Steeler fan, you hated the Raiders. But let me tell you something, though. The Pittsburgh Steelers had great teams, but lost to the Raiders. I remember Terrell Pryor scoring on a 97-yard sneak. Boom, he was gone. Now he's bagging groceries at Bilo and Jeanette, or he had his girlfriend stab somebody, or he stabbed his girlfriend. I don't know, but he's out of the NFL. Lou says the Steelers win 21-19. Woo, woo. Now, I got some injury report for the Raiders. Linebacker Darren Butler, questionable. Offensive tackle Jackson Barrington, questionable. Defensive tackle Andrew Billings, questionable. Guard Alex Bars, questionable. Quarterback Rock is in. Questionable. All questionable. Thanks, Shane. And hey, Booth, what's going on? So it's all questionable because it's out early. Anything could happen in practice. And like I said, I wanted to get this out because it's Friday night when I do my shows. It's the day before Christmas. I got to do some Christmas shopping, I think, or whatever I got to do. And I don't have. I gotta try to get this done. And I wanted to get this done early. Put the Carolina and the Raider game together. So, and like I said, it's historic. The Steelers are coming out in the old 72 block jerseys. Like I said, Franco Harris will be there. He'll probably be buddying up with his statue at the airport. I don't know if Bradshaw's not coming. I don't think. Bradshaw should be there. We're looking at the Immaculate Reception, the AFC divisional playoff game where the Steelers won 13-7. And it was the greatest play in NFL history. It's going to be a cold bitch. You're right, Booth. I'm going to be watching it in my house. I'm too old to be going out in the cold anymore. The coldest game I ever went to was the AFC Championship game when we lost to the fucking New England Patriots, and it was -7 below. And it was bad, and that was when Ben threw an interception to Rodney Harrison, and Plaxico didn't catch the fade in the end zone. And that was the year that Ben Roethlisberger's rookie year was the greatest year of my life, where I lost 60 pounds, and then I gained it all back. It's amazing that way. Hello? 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 Can you hear me now? Holy shit. Fucking Chinese are taking over. Okay. I don't know what happened, people. I don't know. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks for telling me, guys. God bless you. Okay. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch a goddamn thing. I was sitting here talking. Okay. We're back. Now I got to know where I'm talking. Okay. I was talking about the Raiders. Okay. That'll be good. I can't erase that. We're going to keep it going. Okay, we're back now. Sorry about for the technical difficulties. I hope when I get an intern here at the Triple B Experience, ground control to Major Bubba, I will have this all taken care of. This has never happened before, and my Dago ass was just sitting here. I never did move, and I didn't touch anything. I don't know what happened. Like watching a monkey in it. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, last meeting, 2021, the Raiders beat the Steelers 26-17. Joe Betts, thanks for tuning into the now vocal Triple B and the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty. We had a little difficulty where nobody could hear me. They could see me, which is probably way worse than hearing me because I take up. Please repeat. Am I good now? Oh, God. You're scaring me, Lou. Okay. I see it now. Okay, we're good. Okay, I can see it on the screen. That's good. Okay, now let's get to the Steelers' injuries. If I'm still here and you guys can still hear me. Okay, we got Dante Johnson was limited to play today. Running back Najee Harris was limited. Derek Watt was limited. Myles Garrett was limited. Okay, now Trey Edmonds did not practice today. Yes, the Patriots do suck. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. And a couple guys got coaches' decisions to have a day off, like Larry Obajobi and Cam Hayward. And like I said, Kenny Pickett will be starting in this historic game, 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, because everybody probably got the Immaculate Conception after this game, because when the Steelers won, every Steeler fan was going to town probably after that, because that was a huge win in the Steelers playoff, and that's what started the Steelers going to Super Bowls after that. That was a tide that turned, people. I'm telling you, greatest play in NFL history, the Immaculate Reception. And the Raiders think it was a cheap fucking play. Well, the Raiders suck. And if you're a Raiders fan on here, you suck too. Okay, my 3 keys to Steeler victory. First one will be, let's keep Kenny fucking safe. It's going to snow on Saturday night. I hope. Hey, whatever. I'm going to be in my house. Ben, key is keeping Kenny upright. Hey, Amy Shellhammer, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Black Gold Dynasty show. Protecting Kenny Pickett, not letting Kenny get another third concussion, because that'll be catastrophic to the Steelers and also to Kenny, because I know when you get a concussion and they say you're more susceptible to healing quicker, but realistically, who wants 3 concussions in your rookie year? Nobody does. Because number 1 key to victory is protecting Kenny Pickett, making him safe in my eyes. The second one is, if the Steelers' run defense can stop Carolina, hopefully they can stop Jacobs. I get a lot of J's messed up because he has like 1,400 yards. So they have to stop Jacobs in the running attack. So the run defense, and the Pens scored. It's 1-1. Look at that. I'm going to be a sportscaster. 1-1 Pens in the second. So they need to stop the running game of the Raiders. And they can't have the game like they had against the Baltimore Ravens. Malkin scored. Thank you, Joe, because I try to multicast and do stuff at the same time. It's kind of hard. Okay, the third is the Steelers' offense can score on the 24th ranked Raiders defense. They can score. I've seen some Raiders games this year. They cannot hold a lead. And yes, how about the stupid penalties? They should have cut Marcus Allen, Booth. And they're not going to say anything to Dante Johnson because Mike Tomlin has no discipline on his team, and he hasn't had it for years. And Mike Tomlin is stale, like I said, like yesterday's news. He's like Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Andy Reid left Philadelphia, went somewhere else. Mike Tomlin can go somewhere else, and I'm okay with that. There is offensive coordinators out there for Matt Canada's job. I just saw a Steeler video tonight, and I tell you what, I would take Brian Leftwich right now, get him signed, get him here right now. See you, Matt Canada. Hashtag fire Matt Canada. See you after January 6th, Canada. Get out. So we can do that. But like I said, the Steelers offense have to score with those long drives like they had last week. And they could score on the Raiders defense. Like Steele said, the Raiders defense is not that good. The Raiders won't be able to maintain a lead. This could be a shootout. Christmas Eve. All I'm asking for is a Santa. I got a chimney. Give me a Steelers victory on Christmas Eve, and that'll make my Christmas day so much brighter the next day. So those are my 3 keys. I'm sure anybody got some other keys. We have to stomp Adams, though. I don't know how we're going to do that. Probably hit him in the head with a sledgehammer or something, or not, shoot him in the knee. I don't know. Cam Sutton, your job is going to be cut out for you. But that's why Brian Flores and Terrell Austin are defensive gurus, and they're going to have to figure that out. Because, Terrell, you got 3 more games, and then you can go too. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get out of here. I combined 2 shows into one because it's the Christmas holiday, the end of the week, and I know a lot of people are going to be doing some family stuff. I'm included, and I wanted to get this done. I believe we're going to have it unscripted hopefully this week, but definitely next week. Travis says, holy shit, Travis, in the shootout, Steelers win 38-35. Pickens is the hero here. Oh, I didn't even give a score yet. Pressure on Carr is the key. Yeah, Carr chokes. He always chokes. Joe Betts said the latest game on every plate on Christmas Eve might be over by Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, Boothie says. Thanks, Bubba. I'm going to say 24-17 Pittsburgh. Lou, I'm just me, brother. I had some technical difficulties tonight. I thank you guys for keeping with me and letting me know that you couldn't hear me. Merry Christmas, everybody. And like I said, if we do it unscripted, hopefully you guys jump on. I know a lot of you guys like the sports stuff better than the pop culture stuff, but I tried. Hey, Lynn, thanks for tuning in. I try to be entertained in all the stuff we do, and we are going. Benjamin says 28-17. Merry Christmas, Steel. Next week we're going to do our year-round unscripted. Merry Christmas, Joe, where we're going to give my top sports moment of the year, my top movie, my top Disney stuff, everything. Merry Christmas, Sean. So just tune in for that. I appreciate you guys for this whole year. This is episode 42, guys, of the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty. 42 episodes I did this year, and I'll get it on Spotify, and then you can listen to it. So everybody, like I said, Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Go Steelers. 24-17. I'm out of here. The Pens are tied it up 1-1 with 4:58 to go in the second period. See, I could be a sportscaster. Okay, everybody, and drink 1 for me, drink 2, but don't give me any cookies because I'm not eating any sugar. Thank you. God bless you. Good night. Go Steelers. And I'll see you guys next week with the wrap-up of the Raiders game. Like I said, 24-17. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys so much. The best podcast, Steeler podcast going today that has interaction with the fans like no other. There is no other Steeler podcast that does this, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in, giving their insight on Steeler stuff, and I'll let you guys, when you guys write it, I'll talk about it, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm out of here. Feliz Navidad. See ya, and good night.